Reporting live from the House of Hope, I'm your host, Rain Dog, and you're on Name on Radio.
Just working all day. Just do working all day and then
It's finally here.
yes.
Yeah, yes.
That's a good idea.
It's finally here.
Yeah.
About to go.
We're about. It's been a long time
Feeling it.
coming.
Yeah.
The vision from all the way
It's being
back.
realized, y'all.
Okay.
Tell me, what was your dream?
Kalani Katambo, same thing, you know. Dishes drying in the kitchen, double dutching outside, riding bikes between chalk lines, sharing laughs that can save lives.
What is the value of art to you and how it has played a role in your life?
Us personally, I feel like I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for art.
Art is, in my life, it's just been mindfulness, a form of therapy for me.
I think what art means for me, especially when it comes to my writing, is this way to just be entirely authentic.
I live in the egg. So welcome to Dreamland.
Art is basically how I express myself, and being able to engage in different kinds of art, I can express myself in many different ways through many different mediums.
Artists are constantly creating because they know and they want life to continue. So that's at least how I feel about art. And if I didn't have art in my life, I don't think that I would be here to do the things that I do, for sure.
I have a voice in my head. I have a voice in my hand. I have a voice in my head. I have a voice in my hand. The voice in my head tells me crazy things. The voice in my hand makes me do crazy things. The voice in my head told me to jump through fire.
I don't wear it on my chest because it resides deeper in my heart, but like music is everything, you know? Like art expression is everything.
And music is a language, right? You said, someone once said, well, I'd like to create a new language, you know, like this. When you sing it, you sing it and people respond. You know, they like it. And it was great, you know, fantastic.
What I love about art is that there's room for perspective. It doesn't matter if my table is sideways. People actually like the painting that way. And folks find that they can identify with the sideways tables because not all paintings, and just like life, are perfect.
No matter how good or bad that turns out, it relaxes and calms me down. That's what it is for me.
Welcome to Dreamland, Dimension 9. I live in the air.
You know, music to me has almost been like a suit. Everybody can't wear the same suit and look good, right? They can put a suit on with different colors, so you get a nice suit with everybody can't wear the same color.
Music is a presence in my life that, like, without it, I don't think I would feel as full as I am.
You kind of just see it in the day-to-day of how everyone, you know, we're supposed to be a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way, dress a certain way, just be in this, like, standard of everything. And it's not to say I don't hold myself to a certain standard, but when it comes to, like, my art and everything, that's where there's no expectation, there's nothing, everything is, it's just me and it's just the paper and it's just whatever I want to say in that moment. There are futures I will never see. Versions of me still left at the drawing board that will never get their moment or a final debut. There are people I have loved all over the world, some that I have never met and some I will most likely never speak to again, but will continue to carry them with me through everything. I've changed and I'm constantly changing, and I'm happy with this. Knowing all I have ever wanted will never be the same as it once was, and I smile at this because all I have ever truly wanted was to be someone kind with a lifetime of stories and peaceful moments on my own. And I'm writing this now at 12:30 at night because I have found my peaceful moments and I am overflowing with love. And I'm still figuring things out and finding my own way. But for once, the night is just as kind as the day.
I liked to make people laugh and cheer and have a good time. So that performance art has always been a part of my life.
It's beyond you. And through that too, you hope to achieve immortality because your art will live forever. Even though the body dies, you know, your soul is in your art, and the soul lives forever, so your art lives with it.
And the value of what we can bring, even to this region and to this community, if we do not consistently and continuously create the spaces for our human exploration to understand our human potential. Interdisciplinary connections, because everybody comes with their journey, their story, their way of doing things, and the way of understanding. But how do we find that harmony? And be patient with it, like the music. When you start a jam and you have to be patient, but when you get to that point where it now takes over and you appreciate the value of waiting just a little longer to find that beautiful, you know, connection with music or just with art in and of itself.
Said, oh, this road can get so dark when we move. Sometimes slow, sometimes heavy, we don't know. And sometimes we gotta go when the moon is high and the world's so tired and they don't know what to do. But we dream, dream, dream. Oh, we dream. We dream, dream, dream. love is in my face and I cannot complain. But the things you love can make you tired as well. But love is in my face and I cannot complain. But the things you love can make you tired as well. But we dream, 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 oh we dream. We dream, dream, dream. Oh yes, we dream, 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 oh we dream.
And I love what I do. I love making music. I love making food. And I want that love to be transmitted through that as well.
So I think if you love what you're doing, no matter what it is, in a lot of places you can find people who are passionate to what you're doing. Just keep that and be honest with yourself, right?
And art can also be a synonym for community because it brings people together. Like my friends and I, we go to the pottery studio to paint, and none of us are painters or artists, but everyone has that creative ability in them, and it brings that out, and it creates community, it creates bonds and friendships and relationships, and that's what art does. And for me, art is collaboration and community.
Other than like the physical things, what's most important for me is the people. Regardless of who you are and where you're from, I think the biggest thing is to be in a space where I'm able to be with people who are like-minded and who can share in the dream, who can share in that kind of want to create and to commute and whatnot.
True friendship. So what I mean by that is because we had two friends, those friends introduce and are always bringing the right people around you because of those connections, and they're always open to the people that you bring around.
I actually came with no expectations at all. I was introduced to House of Hope and Kinfolk Nation through my friend Patience Spinoza, and I just thought I was going to be like a regular, like, okay, whatever, let's hang out and get to know more people. But then I stepped into your home and it was just filled with such good artistic energy.
Don't forget, I don't regret. I made peace with all of my sins. Boys with your attitude, then change the latitude. That's when it all falls in. It was an old Trinity money. Told me a little story of a young boy who caught the wind.
And I think if I had an art space, I would really love a place to dance and have like, something that's open to like the outside, like easy access from an inside space and an outside space, because I feel like I draw a lot of, or I guess we collectively draw a lot of inspiration in our movement from like the natural world.
As you can see, there's a lot of dream sharing here, and these beautiful people said, man, I want to dream together. And all of you guys said, yes, let's dream together. So you guys are not just only witnesses, you're here because you're part of the dream of what do you want to see? How do you want the future to be? And what can we do? There's a lot of beautiful things happening here, and you guys are all very beautiful people, and so let's dream share together and actually.
There's definitely a need for spaces because our community is growing. We're in the fastest growing city in Canada right now. And with UBCO and Okanagan College growing, we have so many students from all over the world. It is becoming an international community and becoming a diverse culture in Kelowna. And I feel like we do need more spaces I feel like that can happen through collaboration, not just for art, but for various activities, right? Because it's like dance, music, it all comes under the creative space at the end of the day. But even for like yoga, mindfulness, and just like having groups of people to like just come together and talk to.
I think right now they're some of the most important spaces ever, just because we're seeing such a lack of community in our day-to-day. It's everywhere. When we're seeing with people who are unhoused, and we're seeing it with youth who are struggling, and we're seeing it with families in the dysfunction, there's not as much community as there once was. And we're not seeing a lot of spaces open up to give us that community. So even with like meeting you guys and going to like Inspired Word Cafe, when I met you guys, I was really in like a place where I was struggling. There was no real community for me that made me feel supported, like I could be entirely myself. And then like meeting you guys, and you guys were so encouraging with my art and my work and everything that I did, that it was like every time I was around you guys or we did anything, it was like I knew regardless that for any room I walked in, like if you guys were there, there would be at least one person there who I knew was holding space for me.
Let go of your doubts. They are ants on the ground. You just be Let go of your doubts.
So I think it came upon me. There was space and there were people, and there's a lot of possibility when it comes to people.
I'm here tonight to talk about the Kinfolk Summit coming up this month. Ooh. As you can hear, I'm in the wonderful company of the Lady Melodia and the Ashley Galaxy, here to tell me more about this summit.
I am a vision, I am a prayer, I am a braid in my grandmother's hair. Come out on the 8th, come out on the 22nd, come out on the 23rd, cause it's going down. I am a vision, I am a prayer, I am a braid in my grandmother.
Me and my friends always talk about, like, me, Ahmed, Sam, all the people I consider my brothers. It's like, we think of our friendship as a communal pot. Like, when you have it, like, think of it like a food bank. When you have it, when you have extra, you feed into the pot. The communal pot is an analogy that, like, it centers me, genuinely, because it's like, when in moments where I feel lost, where I feel unsupported, I remember that I have that.
That's what I appreciate about the space. It was an open canvas, born out of collaboration, or that collaborative energy, or Ubuntu. I am because you are. Because it was a collaboration with friends who deeply wish you the best and are willing to create that space for you to fall and have the patience to pick you up.
Cultivating those communities, whether it's through art or other ways, it's really just about uplifting everybody and encouraging everybody that, like, you can do these things, like, you can still do these things and be as much yourself as you want to, and know that there are still people who will hold space for you and love you regardless, whether you think it's perfect or not.
First thing that comes to my mind is flexibility, because nobody wants restrictions, right, in a space. Everybody wants to feel welcome. So not having rules as to, okay, this is how things need to function, or, for example, like if you're creating a space for art and then you drop rules like, okay, only use these paint colors, or like, oh, you're only allowed to like express this today. So not being rigid and being flexible is one thing that comes to my mind. And openness, just being open to new ideas, new people, new things, because everyone's different at the end of the day, and our community is growing, and there's lots of diversity, and we need space for that, though. We need space to experience different cultures that Kelowna has to offer. And second is like being open will help us do that.
Home away from home is how I like to see, how I envision this space to be. We get to make it ours, and it's just a recognized space. You know, that's ours right there. We get to meet and be together there. Yeah.
Future is still beautiful, you know, and full of hope. I think she learned that from trust and faith. These two can stay a day without each other. Not like money and peace, These two can't even see each other. In this permanent dancing fight, I'm now sitting on the cloud, taking blurry pictures of life. On the highway of tears, I hear.
The beauty about this space is it's bringing so many different people from different walks of life that are forced to come and experience what it is to be new, or newness. What I mean is, I'm from Uganda. I didn't have any major expectations of this place. I had not really had too many stories. But because of that, I've been able to connect deeply with the Silk people, connect deeply with the Shukwemek people's stories, and see how those stories have changed my worldview and appreciation of the possibilities that I have being from where I'm from.
Black man walks into a room with funky hair and says that the biological concept of a caterpillar to a butterfly having 4 stages is false. What does that do to you?
House of Hope definitely was something that helped me like expand my perspective on things, especially when it came to art, because it's like seeing all these different ways that people interacted with it, whether for themselves or for other people. It was just different, and that really helped me move forward in how I do my art now.
In a sense, the question I was asking myself is, how can we make for ourselves with what we have the best of experiences, to take our present time to dream, to create time and space for us to, explore this world, to explore what life is, to explore what living is, in all its facets, instead of just trying to fit into what has been given, because that doesn't seem to be working. But where are the spaces that we can try and practice?
It really brings that artist in you alive, which is something that really resonated with me. That's House of Hope.
We've cultivated that. I have to remind myself that I didn't cultivate that. We've cultivated that. So I do need these people.
Every single time I stepped foot into your house, I just wanted to write or sing. I remember I'd pick up the ukulele and just start singing. And I'm not a good singer at all. And I did not know what I was doing, but I was so inspired and motivated to do that. And then painting and drawing. I remember feeling very energized, and then I'd get back to my house and just start drawing and painting. And it really brings out that creativity in you. That's House of Hope for me.
That's when it all falls in.
It was a rock and a hard place. It was a love and a black race. It was the beauty and the ugly. Was the use of wind with no air in your lungs. It was a rock and a hard place. It was a love and a rat race. It was the beauty and the ugly. What's the use of wind with no air in your lungs?
To the person in the future who's going to watch this, I hope we did the best that we could for you to be in the best place to carry on what the future needs for us. And we've been dreaming about this space. We've seen and understood it in a small level. And I hope, I hope what we're asking for is the right thing.
Hey, I live in the air.
Said, oh, this road can get so dark when we move. Sometimes slow, sometimes heavy, we don't know. And sometimes we gotta go when the moon is high, and the world's so tired and they don't know what to do. But we dream, 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 oh we dream.